How's it going, everybody? Welcome to JR's Corner. I am JR. I'm sure you're all very aware of that, but in case you're new, welcome to the channel. Wanted to do a shorter version of my car review on the 2020 Ford Fusion that I rented. I spent a lot of bit of time in the other video that I made talking and doing just, scenery and all kinds of things. Getting pulled over, getting tickets. There was a lot of things that happened in that other video. And so I want, for anyone that wants to just see the actual review, this is the video. I tried to make it a lot shorter and tried to come at it as unbiased as I can. It's important for me, for any reviews that I do approach it with an open mind and try to give an honest opinion of the vehicle, whether or not I'm biased against the company or the car or whatever it is. Want to make sure that I'm giving you accurate information, because that seems to be lacking in today's time. So I'll give you spit some facts on the Fusions, my opinion. Did a little bit of research on it to make sure that I was providing the information to you, the viewer, that was accurate. So hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Trying to get this thing going, trying to grow the channel as much as I can. And I also appreciate comments on things that you might want to see going forward. So without further ado, let's get into it, and hope you like it. Short story long, long story short, whatever. Rented this car. It's a 2020 Ford Fusion. Drove from Spanish Fork, Utah, and I'm going to Phoenix, and I'm in Flagstaff, so I've driven roughly 9 hours-ish. Wanted to give a quick review of the car, since I've been in the car for a little bit, and tell you everything I like about the car, everything I don't like about the car, plus and minuses, and then my overall opinion. So, first and foremost, I must say that I am a little bit biased against Ford, because I was a Ford technician for a little bit of time, and they just suck to work on. They are poorly engineered as far as I'm concerned, and when it comes to reliability and issues and things like that, they are one of the worst offenders. But getting back to the car, getting back to everything with the car, let's start off with the things I do not like. So actually, let me give you the statistics of the car first. So this is a 2020 Ford Fusion. When I got the car, it was 8,500 miles or something like that. Right now I'm at 9,040, so I've gone a little bit of a ways. First and foremost, I hate the color of the seats. The seats are okay, comfy wise. I've been in more comfy seats, I've been in less comfy seats. They're okay. Your butt still gets sore after hours and hours and hours of driving either way. So comfort levels average, but the color is hideous to me. Now, in the longer version of this video, where I actually show my my trip, I stated in that video that I hated the color, but I wanted you, the viewer, to let me know what you think of the color. It's a weird brown with a black accent. What do you think of it? What do you think of the color? Leave a note in the comments regarding the color. And then also, my Instagram is at JR's_corner. Tag me in a picture of a car interior that you think is worse than this one. There's a lot of them out there. The one that I listed earlier was the Jeep Commander, brown, reddish, weird color. So you tell me which one you think is worse. Tag me in a picture. Anyways, so overall statistics, this is a 2020 9,000, I'm at 42 miles now, 9,042, 2-liter EcoBoost, so it's a 4-cylinder with I don't know how many speed transmission. I haven't been counting and it doesn't tell you. I'm gonna assume it's probably like a 6-speed or maybe a 7-speed. I'll look it up and I'll make a note in the video right here, just so that we're all on the same page. It does have a sport mode. It does have paddle shifters to go along with that sport mode, and it feels like it's got a decent amount of get up and go. It's a car that we're not going to get into the positives yet. Hold up. So there's the statistics. It's a sedan, so it's a 5-seater, 5 seat belts. Let's start off with things I don't like. The first thing I don't like, ugly seats. Guess I said that already. Oops. Second thing I don't like is the car is annoying. It has a significant amount of gadgets, which is cool. You know, it's nice to have some technology to make the drive a little easier for you or whatever. But this car was beeping at me, telling me that I needed to rest. Okay, now mind you, this was after I had already taken a nap, like not even 30 minutes to an hour prior to this alert popping on. And I had shut the engine off and gone inside to go to the bathroom into the gas station. And then after I came back out, I went around the back of the gas station. There was a little parking area, and I parked quick, took a nap, and then hit the road again. And then the alert popped on. While I was napping, I did have the car running. But it was like, okay, well, that's stupid. What a stupid alert. Like, the car was shut off for a good, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Like, it's shut off. Clearly, I'm up and about and functioning and doing things. Anyways, so that's my first issue. The second issue is newer cars, Fords particularly, but I notice it's not just with Fords, have the feature where it shuts off automatically at like a stoplight when you come to a stop. I absolutely hate this feature, and I don't know how to turn it off. I wish I could disable it because it absolutely is annoying. And in my opinion, they're just trying to cheat the emission standards, because that's all they're doing is they're just cutting the engine off to so you're not idling, right? Well, really 30 seconds of idling isn't going to make that big of a difference. And having your starter crank it over and, you know, startup is always going to be the hardest wearing part of your car, wearing your car out. And I apologize, I'm shaking a lot, I know I am, because this road outside of Flagstaff is garbage. So, Flagstaff, ADOT, get on it. Anyways, so that's the next thing I didn't like. The next item I didn't like is, I feel like it could be a cool feature if I wasn't already annoyed with it, but I went and bought I didn't bring a charger or anything for my phone, and I went and bought a cable, just a Type-C cable for my phone, and plugged it into one of the outlets. It's just got USB ports. Seems like that should be simple enough. There are no power outlets. So I went and bought a brand new cable. It's supposed to be a fast charging cable. and I've been charging most of the day. Let me tell you right now, I'm at 5%. I've been plugged in most of the day, and I'm at 5%. Mind you, in my car with my charger and my setup, it'll charge my phone from 0 to 100 in like 30 minutes. It's fast. And so I'm a little bit annoyed with this whole setup, which was one of the reasons why I'm recording this now, because I want to get this all recorded before my phone dies. I also want to get it recorded before I lose all my light, because the sun is going down. So that's the next thing. The other part of that is, because it's plugged into a USB port and there's no other options, the car is trying to sync to my phone. Well, first of all, it's a rental, so I never allow it to sync to my phone. And I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. It'd be nice to mess with it, but seriously, every time I start the car, it wants to sync to my phone, and I'm like, no, leave me alone. Like, I'm having to mess with it. It's just annoying. It's annoying that it's always asking you. Like, no. So the way I appreciate the technology, but the way that Ford has it set up right now, where you've got just alerts popping up all over the place that are just annoying, like a nuisance, you know? So there's the down pieces. Now, again, I don't really know about the reliability of these cars. I will look into it and see if I can't add it to the end of this video. But, you know, it seems to handle well. Obviously, it gets up and moves enough for me to get in trouble, because I've gotten pulled over twice today. But, you know, not the fastest car, not the slowest car. Probably somewhere in the middle there. So that's that. Okay, now to the positives. I do like the way the car handles. I do like the way the car looks. I think the outside of the car looks very stylish and somewhat aggressive, you know, sporty. So I do like the way the car looks. I think it looks really good. A lot better than the Fusions of the past. Some of those Fusions of the past look really kind of derpy, but this one definitely looks good, and for the most part seems to handle the same way that it looks, meaning that it does do pretty good on the curves and the roads and zipping around. I got to messing with the adaptive cruise today. And again, I do apologize. I know my screen is shaking. It is this crappy road. Anyways, adaptive cruise. I've been messing with the adaptive cruise, and the adaptive cruise is a love-hate relationship. I hate it because when I have it set, it is very frustrating when you roll up on a car and you essentially have to take over manually in order to pass a car that's going slower. Doesn't matter how much slower, you're never going to get around them quick enough to be able to pass them before a car's coming towards you on a highway. So I had to manually take over a lot passing, but I do enjoy the fact that, you know, it adjusts to things. Like right now I'm using it, I'm doing 80 miles an hour, speed limit 75, so, you know, just cruising along. Cars in front of me are going kind of slow, so we're going to go around them here. I'm on the freeway now, so we got a little bit more room. I will say that the way that Ford has this set up with the adaptive cruise, it makes it very easy to adjust how far you want the car to distance itself from the car in front of you. I've been tinkering with that all day, and I seem to, that seems to be something that I enjoy messing with. Let's see here. What else? Oh, seat. Heated seats, which I haven't tried because it's too warm. But also cooled seats, which I've had on all day. Super nice. Noticed that if I turn the passenger cooled seat on, it will recognize whether or not there's a person sitting in that seat, and shut off the cooled seat if there's nobody there. I was messing with that. Let's go to grading. So, overall, you know, with everything the way it is, I would probably give this I'm gonna go a 4-star. And the reason why I say a 4-star, because if you watched my TLX video, that review, I said 3 or 4-star. I was kind of torn between the two, and you know, there were definitely things that I liked about that car as well, things I didn't like about that car. Anyways, so this one I'm going to say 4-star. I say the interior is a little bit more comfy than the TLX that I reviewed. It's got more gadgets than the TLX, and it's in the same kind of range as far as size and you know, market share that they're trying to target. So one other thing that I noticed that I did not like is the dashboard seems very far away. I had to extend the steering wheel to be able to feel like I'm driving comfortably, but then that also makes it so that every time I get in and out of the car, it's a struggle, because it makes from the B pillar to the steering wheel a lot narrower than it should be. So, but if I scoot my seat forward more, then my knees are eating the dashboard. So, you know, it's again one of those things. But 4 stars. It's got, for what it is, a 4-cylinder. It's got more zip than the TLX with the K24 in it. The K24 is a 2.4 liter. This is a 2 liter, but it's got the EcoBoost, which means it's got a turbo on it, a small turbo. Anyways, it's starting to go dark. I'm rambling on, and so that's my review of this car. Comfy car for a road trip. At least with 9,000 miles on it. Give it another 10,000 miles, and just like any other Ford, you'll probably be pushing it or calling a tow truck. I don't know. And I say that sarcastic. I'm a very sarcastic person, so, you know, all the trolls and haters don't need to be, you know, commenting and telling me how wrong I am, because, you know, cars are cars, and every manufacturer, I don't care who they are, has issues of one sort of another.